Hey guys, once again, this is Mackenzie, and I'm making you another duct tape video. Woohoo! So today we're going to be making a jackknife holder case kind of thing. It's really easy to make, so this isn't going to be a very long video. Okay? Now, you can use as many colors as you want to incorporate in this video, or in this craft, but today I am specifically using mustache, because this is also for my brother and I'm using his duct tape again. So I'm going to make a case for this knife. Now, all of these duct tape cases could be different sizes. So what you want to do is you want to take the jackknife that you are using and measure it so that you know what kind of size you're doing. This is 2.5 inches long, and so I'm making my case 3 inches long. You always want to make it about half an inch bigger than what it is. So I'm going to make this 3 inches long for this one, okay? Okay, good. Now, I've already cut everything out, as you can tell. Okay, these are all of the pieces. So, the first thing you're going to want to cut out is 4 pieces of however long your jackknife is. Mine is going to be 3 inches long. So, cut out 4 pieces of 3-inch duct tape for me. Okay, then stick the first 2 right on top of each other. Okay? Okay, then do the same with the other 2. Okay, take your other 2 that you cut out and stick them right on top of each other. Woo! Shaking the table. Okay, stick them right on top of each other. Woo! If the edges are a little bad, you can either trim them or stick them up with more tape. And since I don't want to mess up the measurements, and this is probably the way you should do it, in order not to mess up the measurements, if you have it a little bit messy, then that's kind of like if there are a lot of sticky showing and you want to trim it, I would suggest not trimming it but just putting more tape over it, because you don't want to mess up the measurements. So that's what I'm going to do right now, because I just have some sticky showing and it's pretty bad for sticky to show. So this is a really easy craft. Any beginner duct taper could probably do it. Okay, so now you have your 2 strips. Okay, next step, you're going to cut out 3 more pieces of duct tape, but 2 of them are going to be the same length as your jackknife holder. So mine's going to be 3 inches. So, mine are uneven. One sec. So now is the chance to trim your case if both pieces are not even. You want to make sure they're the same length and all that. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Now you're going to put your pieces right on top of each other, line them up. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your 2 pieces that are the same length as your case. So in this case, the 3-inch pieces, and these are going to connect the case. Okay, so you stick them right on top of each other, or right on top of them. You stick the case pieces right on top of each other, and then you stick the piece right on top of the first one, which I cannot do right now. Move over for a second. Oh, that's why. This one is a little bit curved and all messed up and weird, so it's not being cooperative. Okay, there we go. Now you're just going to want to line them up once again and put the duct tape around it. Okay, and measure it off, and I have a lot of sticky showing, so I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, now, also, one thing I did not cut out is now you're going to unfold it, and there's going to be some sticky in showing, maybe, unless you did it perfectly, and that's pretty much impossible. So, anyways, there's some sticky showing, so you're going to want to cut off small pieces and cover up the sticky in the middle, okay? Just lay them right down in the middle, because you don't want something in there. This could also be used for something that isn't a jackknife, and you don't want it to get stuck in there. This is mostly for jackknives, though, so yeah. Okay, now that we've got that. Oops. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take the other piece that you cut out, and you're going to connect the other side as well. Flip it over, put it on. Okay. Now, there's some sticky at the top, so I'm just going to flip that on to the inside. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now you just have this big thing. Now you want to connect the bottom. So that third piece of duct tape that I forgot to tell you about, it can be about any kind of length that you want, but it definitely needs to be long enough to connect the bottom, because that's what it's for. So, you connect the bottom. Now, there are a couple more ideas. So, here you have your duct tape case, and that is pretty easy. See, now you're done. But, there are a couple more ideas that you can incorporate. And actually, I am going to incorporate those since they are my brother. Since this is for my brother. So, first what I'm going to do, these are optional. Both of these incorporates. Now, there's going to be a flap that I'm going to make, a hood that'll come over. And for this part, I'm going to use camo. Pixel, camo, whatever this is. So, I'm also going to make, here's a case that is a real case. Now, we are going to make the flip thing. But we're also going to make this belt loop right here, okay? And that's what we're going to be doing first. These are the two things. So, I'm going to be making the belt loop first, and it needs to be about smaller. So make it depending on the size of it. Since mine is 3 inches, I'm going to make mine about 2.5 inches. No, I'm going to make mine about like somewhere a little bit less than 2.5 inches, like not specifically. Okay, so 2 1/4 inches. There we go. I'm gonna make my loop 2 1/4 inches, and this is really easy. And so you just cut out one piece, and then you flip it, and you make it half. Okay, and then you just easy peasy lemon squeezy, tape it on, okay, with whatever color you want. So this, I'm flipping back and forth with mustache and camo. Okay, so then you just tape it on. It's as easy as that. And I'm just going to secure mine a little more since this is my brother's, and I want to make sure that it'll work since this is made for him. So I'm just making a little bit more of adjustments for him. Okay, so you just secure it as much as you want. Okay? And I cut mine in half, and then I cut it in half again, just so that it's secure enough. Okay? And I'm just going to do it on the top too, and then we'll start on the flap. The flap is also really easy to make. It's not hard at all. Neither is the belt buckle. The belt loop or whatever is super easy to make. It's just one piece and you fold it in half. So, okay, so there's the belt loop right there. Now we're going to make the flap that goes over it. That is also going to be camo. Okay, so the belt loop is really easy. You can make it as big as you want, really. It doesn't really matter because it's the jackknife is in width the same size as a piece of duct tape. So you don't really have to make any changes. So it can be as big as you want, however you want it to flip over, okay? So I'm going to make mine, let's see, it would flip over about that much. And that is, so I'm going to make mine 2.5 inches. My flap is going to be 2.5 inches. Okay, now if you're doing this, you're going to want to you're going to get 2 pieces of that, 2 pieces of 2.5 inch duct tape. Okay? Okay, and then you're going to take off, well, a really pretty thin piece just to stick it on. Okay. So your first 2 pieces, big pieces that are going to be your flap completely, you're going to stick on top of each other, okay? Okay. So you just stick them on top of each other like that. Okay, then you're going to take a pretty thin piece and you're going to use it to stick it on. And I'm going to grab a little bit more in a second. but you just take small pieces off the ends that you cut off the ends, and you connect them to the bottom. Okay, so you have that. Okay, now, oops, I'm going to make mine a little bit smaller. Because my flap was a little bit too big. Oops. There we go. And now you just stick it on, and it flips over, and you can put Velcro on and attach that any way you want. I need to grab a piece of Velcro, okay? So I'm going to attach mine with just a piece of Velcro, which is pretty easy. So you just put the Velcro right on the top, and then what I do to make sure it's perfect is I attach the two. Okay, so it's like this, and then I flip it down, and then I pull it up, and they're stuck. Okay? So now you have your case, and the jackknife fits in it. Once I can open it, there we go. Okay, see? The duck fits, okay, and it flips over and it Velcros. Okay? So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. Okay, see ya. Hope I will make more videos, okay?